Okay, so here I have my still life, and you can see that I have fully completed my underpainting and am ready to begin adding my color. So just like before, ta-da, you can see I have my photograph. It is right here on my Chromebook. So you can kind of see where I'm gonna leave my Chromebook. My Chromebook is right here. My paint and my water are here. And here's my painting. I am at the point now where I'm gonna add the color. I am done in my backgrounds because I opted to just paint my background this kind of mottled gray color. You maybe made a colorful background. That was entirely up to you with your painting, your project. So know that that is definitely something that could look a little different on your painting than on my painting. I intend right now to leave my background just this gray. So like I said, I'm looking at my reference image. It is definitely just right here. I do not ever want to paint without keeping my reference photograph handy. It's the quickest way to have your painting kind of go not quite the way you planned. So I am at the phase now where I'm going to start adding the color. So I am looking at my objects and I can see that I'm going to need kind of warmer colors. These pears are yellow and they have some green, and then this one over here is quite golden. So that's kind of, those are sort of the colors that I'm looking at right now and contemplating adding into my project. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some of this yellow, and I'm going to just work right over the top of the underpainting, which has completely dried, by the way. Like it's totally dry. Like I went and did something else for a couple of hours dry. If your underpainting is still wet and you go to do this, it's just a disaster. Okay, so you do want to make sure that your underpainting is completely dry before you add the color. I am also like looking to where the color changes. So there's kind of this streak here of where the pear gets a little warmer. Also warms up a little up there. It's got quite a green tint. I also am always welcome to change the colors. It is my prerogative as the artist to do that. So if I decide that I want the pears to be a little different color, or maybe I don't want to paint realistic color at all. Maybe I'm interested in making a completely unrealistic looking version of what my still life is about, and I want blue pears. That is an artistic choice that I do get to make. It turns out that the color part doesn't matter as much as the shadows do. So I do need to make sure that my shadows are in the right spot and that they are the right tonal depth. And then the rest of it, it doesn't matter. I can paint them whatever color I want to. So you can see I'm just adding in a little like kind of darker yellow tone back here. It's also like the light in the image is hitting here. So while this paint is wet, just excuse me, lifting sort of some of the highlight out where the light is hitting the objects. So, and that again, squeeze dry paintbrush. I can also add just a little bit looking for just some other color. I think I'm gonna warm up and make this peach or pear a little more golden like the one next to it. So I'm putting in just a little bit of some red here. I'm just gonna blend that down into the rest of the color that's there. I'm also noticing that there's just a little bit of reflection of the color of the pear out here in this napkin or whatever that it's sitting on. So I'm gonna pull just a little bit of that color out and into my background. It's just a little reflected color, so you want to look for that kind of thing in your image as well. I'm going to let that dry while I work on the other pear. So you can see that once you have worked with the shadows, the color portion actually goes fairly quickly because you have a lot of the painting already finished. So I'm going to add some of this kind of golden or warmer color first, and then I'm going to clean out my paintbrush and keep painting.